Alright. Thanks for joining tonight. I'm glad we could make it. We are testing a new format. And this is it. I finally figured out how to use Streamlabs. And it works really well. Well, somewhat well. So, tonight we're gonna be building a little. Mainly just me snapping up this kit, but actually, never mind, I cannot. I don't know where my nippers are. Well, that's what we were going to be doing tonight, if I were prepared. So we're just gonna go to the other main event, which would be, I'm gonna be something a little funky while we have some lively conversations. Because, as some of you know, I am in the middle of trying to learn how to sculpt and cast little figures much like this dude. And once I get the stuff, he's gonna be the first one to get casted. And if it turns out well, I'm gonna be selling blanks on the store. So yeah. And then we're just gonna be doing a tiny bit of painting on this tiny and adorable 2.6 by 2.6 canvas. Like, these things are small compared to the ones that I've been working at. Like, I'll show you one of my quick commissions, and the Sigma size canvas compared to it. It's small and it's adorable. But for everyone who's watching, welcome to Jay's Modeling, even though it's not still modeling, adventures. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday night. Because I am. What I'm doing right now is I'm just working in some monster clay, and monster clay comes in a few different furnaces, as I call it. And right now I'm working on the medium grade, which is not as tough, but as your hands warm it up, it becomes easier to work with. So I'm thinking all we're going to be doing for right now, working on another little bust. And just having a merry old time. I can't find my nippers because I am currently in the middle of Marie Kondoing my room right now. And everything's rearranged. I got the work desk, if you guys don't know, in a new area. If you can't tell with this, typically in front of that window, but I moved it. So, I can't find some of my modeling tools, which is not so fun. I mean, I could always just take the high. Internet going a little buggy tonight, so I'm hoping it doesn't go out. This should be the first live stream I've done in a week, unfortunately. Just with mingling with school and my brand new art store. It has been very packed. Alright, so I think we're doing, since I've been working on a bunch of found footage, corrupt digital art stuff, we're gonna be making a spooky boy. I'm not sure what kind of spooky boy yet, but it's gonna be something. So what I'm just doing right now is just trying to smooth out the basic shape of this clay. Yeah, Frankie, I'm molding chocolate. What up? It doesn't say you can eat it. It just says you can light it on fire. Monster clay intended for professionals. Aw, man, I can't use this. I'm not a professional. Hey, Frankie, how you doing? How's my dude? My dude of the evening. Yeah, this stuff is really flammable, apparently. You can microwave it. You can put it in a crock pot to soften it a little, but you can light it on fire. Actually, this thing's starting to look like a fucking alien. Wait, do I have this? Do I have this on? Do I have this on for kids? Okay, no. Nuke it. Oh, we're gonna nuke it. This is gonna be bomb. The A-bomb. Watch it, I get kicked off my live stream again. And for those of you who are watching, I have a new stream schedule out now. Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. And we're doing this shit. We're doing it. Believe it or not, I want jade Play-Doh. I think at some point as a kid, you eat something you're not supposed to eat, or like they tell you not to eat. I want jade a quarter once. I don't know why. I was like 5. Seemed like a good way of how to save money. My doctor got a chuckle out of it. I mean, the stuff doesn't smell bad. Just smells like clay. Don't know what it would taste like though. I can't imagine it would be a terrible smell, a terrible taste. But you know what they say, everything edible at least once. And that will apply to everything. But don't eat things that aren't labeled meant to be eaten. It's not a good thing. If you're going mushroom hunting, know what you're doing. 'Cause you can either end up getting something really good, something that's gonna give you one hell of a trip, or you're gonna end up dead. Words of wisdom from Jay. Take it as. But yeah, no, these little sculpts that I've been doing. I'm gonna get the stuff to do resin casting, and I'm gonna do a few of them. I'm gonna send them to some people to see what they can do with it, like paint-wise, be it a mini or something. And if it turns out good, I'm gonna put some up on the website because I have plans. Once I figure out how to make stickers, I'm gonna get some stickers up there too. Perfect time for shameless advertisements. Michigan Tim stream, but go buy mecha decals. You know what? I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna make a neck. I'm gonna give this dude a neck. I don't think it's gonna be a very thick neck. Maybe a thin but short neck. I'm not gonna be like this guy where his neck is obscenely long. Why do people keep on messaging me? Alright. I'm always feeling it being connected right here. So we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna start. I don't want to use that one. Just gonna start connecting. Do you think anyone would be interested in a group build type thing, but instead of a model itself being focused on its photography? Um, maybe? I mean, I know some people have a hard time with getting photos of their kitchen stuff just because they lack like a decent camera or a decent setup. So I want to say that would be a hit or miss, I think, depending. I mean, it's an interesting idea, but I think it really just depends. For me, I know personally I wouldn't really be interested in the build off if it were mainly for photography, but who knows? I mean, there are people out here who really like the photo aspect of Gump. I'd ask around, 'cause it sounds like a cool idea. Speaking of build events, for those of you familiar with the Gunpla Girl gang, we are running one called the Empress of Plamo. Plamo? I cannot speak today. This is what quarantine is doing. You take a kid and you base it off a female figure from history, and you base the kid around that. I'm doing Catherine the Great. I know Phil Build Stuff is doing. I want to say she's Scottish, Irish. I'm forgetting her name, but she kicked the British ass for a while. Which is a lot of people, but she got baddie. So if you're interested, hit me up if you want to know more. Here we go. I didn't know the camera was getting out of focus. I fixed it. So a lot of this is just smoothing out a little bit. Get some more clay. I'm gonna do the shoulders and stuff. Now the cool thing about monster clay, the more you work it, the warmer it gets, the softer it gets. But the downside of that, the more you work it, the softer it gets, is it can get too soft. Take some time just to get it a little workable. I haven't even attempted using the hard firmness yet. It's like it's not intended for children, so I guess I gotta stop building. Let's soften this out a bit and just try and get it a little more shoulder-like. Alright, I think it's turning out to what I want it to be. We're gonna connect the bottom neck now to the to the basic shoulders, because this isn't complete yet. Let's see what we got so far. And try bulking up the shoulders a wee bit, making them a little bit wider. So, how's everyone tonight? I hope you're doing, short to great, despite, the, events going on. Hope you're staying healthy. The more I look at this guy, the more I think he's an alien of some sort, and instead of just a spooky demon, maybe just a spooky alien. Maybe he's not even spooky. Well, I mean, maybe he's not spooky in our sense. Our sense. Maybe like E.T. Dude just trying to get home. Car broke down. Well, spaceship broke down. Space AAA don't operate on Earth. I was, I actually read this funny thing on, one of my writing groups a few days ago about, humans basically being the orcs in sci-fi. And it's the funniest thing. Humans are space orcs. It's the funniest thing I've read. Alien sitting there talking to a human. So what you're telling me is you eat these foods that cause you mass amount of pain and burns your mouth. Why? Because we enjoy them. Alien. What the fuck? Alien. So you're telling me that a group of humans gather to play something competitive where they pass a pigskin ball around and then tackle each other. Humans. Yep, that's one of our favorite pastimes. Aliens. What the hell? It's just, I love it. Oh, and Frankie, if you're still watching this, I got something planned for Herbert B. Spiderson. Gonna be great. Sure. For those of you who don't know, Herbert B. Spiderson is a ongoing joke from one of my many, many live streams ago on Instagram. He's a dungeon spider in a metaphorical area where people aren't scared of dungeon spiders anymore. And he's trying to become a big dungeon boss. But he got 3,000 kids to support. His boss hates him. His marriage with his wife, Janice Spiderson, is on the rocks. And hold on, it's actually based off of me painting this guy in one of my previous live streams. Like Herbert B. Spiderson. Trying to make a living being a dungeon spider, but man, it's hard. I think we're gonna just thickening up the neck right here. Speaking of monsters and aliens, I found a really good documentary that I watched in high school once about what would happen if we found an alien planet with life. It's called Alien Planet. I think you can find it on YouTube for free. It's pretty solid. It worked through like metaphorically what we would do, what scientists would do, technology we'd use. It's pre-Stephen Hawking dying though. He's on it. But it has like Neil deGrasse Tyson and a bunch of other really cool scientists. And plus the alien concepts are really interesting and unique, I think. At least in my opinion they are. So now that I got the neck fixed up a little bit, I'm gonna try and smooth it out. Kinda reminds me of the gray, one of the gray aliens, big ass eyes. Sort of reminds me of. But we could also go for Dover Demon look. And for those of you who don't know the Dover Demon, well, it's a cryptid based in a town in Massachusetts called Dover, Mass. Part of the mythical Bridgewater Triangle, which is a triangle area of free Massachusetts towns that form a apparently, using this loosely because I really don't believe in this stuff, cryptid and paranormal hotspot, much like the Bermuda Triangle, but was famous. And one of the spookier tales coming from this is the Dover Demon. Just a little demon that likes to bug out campers. This dude kind of looks like him unintentionally. I think I'm just gonna do very basic eye sockets. That's what we got so far. I don't know what else I want to do to him. Thinking, get this better up at the camera. Just kind of squish the face in a little. Tiny little mouth. Tiny little mouth. And maybe a long ass tongue. Is he an alien? Is he a demon? Who knows? He good, he bad? Who knows? Not all monsters are bad monsters. Not thin enough. Just gonna thin it out a little bit more. tiny bit more. There we go. Now I have tongue curl up like this. But we're going to take that out for now, so we can do some little bit more detailing. I think we're just going to add it right up his spine to make, right up his back to make it look like he has a gnarly little spine going. Just going to smooth it a bit. Oh shit, it's Freddy. It's Freddy. How you doing? Freddy, I think you might like this dude that I'm working on. Do I watch the Craftsman on YouTube? No, I do not. I'll have to give it a look. What did you do? Did you do like clay sculpting and stuff? Cause that'd be cool to watch. I always like watching people sculpt. I'm still relatively new to this. Clay-wise, this is my third thing I've sculpted in the past 10 years outside of middle school and high school. Ooh, the chickens are being little hellions today. Let me tell you. That's okay though. In a few days, we won't have the chickens in here anymore. We're gonna be moving out to the big girl pen. The room's gonna go back to being quiet and not filled with noise. You guys better not be. You better not be knocking over. You get it down. They they've been difficult the past few days. They're in their, I guess, chicken teenager hormone stage. And they've been knocking over the water dish 24/7, their food dish. I had to change their bedding twice yesterday because they kept on knocking it over, knocking their water over. But on the good note, in a few days they won't be able to because they'll have their adult water dish and their adult food dish and in their adult pen. And let me tell you, this thing is decked out to the max. It has a camera on it. A digital thermometer. These chickens are living better than I am. You know what they say? Happy chickens, the best eggs. Which is true. Oh, he does everything including clay. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to give it a look out. Oh yeah, Freddy. Creepy clay creature. Well, alien thing. So far, this is what I got. Let me hold it up to the camera real quick, see how well that's turning out. Do I need to adjust? Alright. I don't know what else I'm gonna add on for detail. But it turned it out to be looking pretty dang spoopy, if I do say so myself. If you guys don't know, Bro Builder, aka Brian, aka the wizard that never freaking ages, he's he's currently walking me through how to sculpt and cast things. So this is an ever-going project. Like I said earlier in the stream, I would like to get some going out on the store. So if I can get a hang on casting, that'd be great. I can paint them and I can sell them blank if people want to paint them themselves. Take the tongue back out. Okay, one shoulder's a little smaller than the other. Nothing we can't fix with a little bit of clay. But you know, it's all a learning curve. Okay, now shoulders are looking a little bit more even. Just need a tiny bit more. The great thing about working in the medium clay is that it doesn't soften as easy like working in the soft firmness. The soft version. Words are difficult. Just adding on a little bit of head detail. You know what? I don't like that. I'm not very fond of that. I'm just gonna smooth it out. kind of deepening the eye sockets a little. See, a little something like this. I don't know what else do we do for details on this guy. Okay, so the clay is getting a little warm. We're gonna shut that down, wipe off my hands, get a drink. Clean off the tools because they got quite sharp and they hurt if you stab yourself with them. Like I did earlier. You see? A little stabby accident with the clay tools. Gonna put this dude off to the side, this dude off to the side next to the other dude. Lots of dudes here. Gonna get a 2x2 canvas. Gonna bring it down so you guys can see it a little better. And let's see, what are we gonna paint today? I think we're gonna do something a little Pollock in nature. So what I've been doing for my Pollock inspired pieces is I have been going around getting, so if you go to Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever you get your hardware tools from, they tend to have like a discount paint section. Like, say if somebody painted up the wrong, if somebody made up a wrong color or something that wasn't needed, they put it in the discount section. And I know for Sherwin-Williams and all that stuff from Lowe's, a sample is typically $3.25 for one of these. But I got this one and another one on sale for $1.25, and hold on, let me adjust the camera. And as you can see, they're decent size. You would pay quite a bit of money to get this in an art store. Now, the difference between home paint and basic enamel paint, enamel paint, not enamel, acrylic paint used for normal painting is this is acrylic lacquer. So what you use to thin this down with and what you use to paint with this are going to be different. So typically on the back, if you go on the back, it tells you how to clean it up and how to deal with it. And all that. So if you go to Lowe's, check out the discount page section if you want to try out a Pollock style. It's chill, cool, it's fun. So this is a nice little shade of blue. Let me see, I'll open it up for you. Georgian Gray is, no, Georgian Bay is the color. And it's really a decent, nice looking blue. It's a satin base paint, which means it has a tiny bit, but not too much of a shine. Let me show you the pink. Now, I do believe, as you can see, they marked it in oops, which means they did the wrong color. Freddie, please make me an OVS background, because right now I'm just going by what I know, and it's not a whole lot. I messaged text earlier, and I'm like, I think I'm doing something wrong with this OBS setup. And she's like, why? And I'm like, I can't connect it. And then I googled it, and then I realized it was a very common problem that could have been solved very easily had I just googled it. So it's Boba the Clown for me right here. But yeah, I'd like a background. So if you're wondering what this background is, it's a piece done by Jackson Pollock himself, called Convergence. And it's his most famous of his paintings. Because Pollock worked in a style called action painting. Well, it's not his only style, but it's his main style. And what it is, it's very like fluid body movement painting. He'll get on the ground, he'll stand, and he'll just thrash around. He just thrashed around. He'd worked on like 16 by like 5-foot canvases. Because people see Pollock and they think it's a normal size, like 16 by 20 canvas. No, Pollock worked in big ratios. But fun fact, Pollock also didn't just do the splash painting. He did other variety of paintings on easels and on all that fun stuff. He just found a closer connection to his paintings when he worked on the ground. That's a little abstract art history for you guys today. Then we got this lovely little pink right here, which is called Pink Destiny by HGTV Color. And I stole some paint from my fam because they don't use it anymore. It's a Velspy Ultra Stain Resistant Paint, Everyday Washable. And let's see. They tell you not to drink it. Please don't drink your or your paint. And drying time for all of these are about an hour, so it's going to be much less when you're working on a canvas compared when you're painting on a wall and stuff. So yeah. See, and okay, what I was saying, like it doesn't really tell you on the smaller ones, but if you go with the bigger jars, if I can get this in camera, cleanup and disposal. Most acrylic-based house paints can be cleaned up with soap and water, but if you can't clean it up with soap and water, what I recommend doing is like a little project called Gooby Gone, and it helps get paint off of like the floor and stuff. I keep that on hand because I am not the neatest of painters. Let me see if I have anything to open this jar with. I don't think I do. I think I put all my screwdrivers away. Do I? Aha! I got it open. Almost there. The struggles of the paint. I should have bought a paint jar opener. And now, my mom was using this to paint her office. But look at that. Now, you're gonna notice that it's, in fact, very liquidy. That 'cause, fun fact, for those of you who don't know, when paint settles, it kind of separates. So what you got is adding a very thin, you basically got what they put in as thinner float to the top and the pigments and stuff float to the bottom. Because pigments are heavier. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to grab a little stirrer. Got this pack, 30 pack for 97 cents at my local Lowe's. No, this is not sponsored by Lowe's or Home Depot. I wish it was. I'm just going to stir this up. Because I think I'm also going to work on a bigger canvas, too. Canvas panel instead of just a small one. Yeah, shake your paints. If you got a bottle, shake it. If you got a can, stir it. I want to say, hold on. I'm taking a certification for abstract art, which is why I know so much about this right now. Let me look it up. There's actually a painter who'd let his paint settle, and he just used very thin layers as like a wash. I wonder. And if you guys are interested in this abstract certification, it's put out by Corsia. It's called Post-War Abstractism, and it's very good. You learn a lot. You learn a lot of painting techniques too. I'm googling it because I gotta know now. It's gonna bug me. I just finished this. Names. I'm terrible with names. Do I even remember my own name? Who knows? But yeah, no, I'm taking 3 courses. One in abstract, one in modern art, and one in contemporary art. On top of my normal classes. But semester's almost over and I don't have to worry about that. Doot, doot, doot. Not Barnett Newman. Home decoding? No. I want to say like Mars Kowalsko. We're doing some learning today, my dudes. Alright. I'm gonna make this. Nope. Long screen. Nope. How can I make this larger? You know, never mind. I'm still learning how to use OBS, guys. So, he would, he'd let it paint settle, and he used the very top coat like you would a wash or a clear coat, and he'd build it up by layers and layers. He'd just pour it out into a separate little container. Freddie, tell Meg I said, how you doing? How you doing? Everyone in the chat gets a, how you doing? You know what, I'm doing one of my favorite things right now. So we're just gonna stir. Always stir your paints. Always. Weird fact, but I somewhat enjoy the smell of house paints. See? And once you stir it, you get the actual color. She said she wants to murder me. Rip Freddy. F in the chat, everyone. I wish I could help you, Freddy. But, I'm in New Hampshire, and you're in, California. And, big oof. I'll write a snaggy true crime blog about you, though. If that makes you feel any better. It'll be real snacky. A great in memoriam. Okay. Got the lid off. Gonna put that there. We got our paint stirred. And now just for the sole fact so I don't make a mess out of everything I own, I'm gonna put a paper down. Because a clean workspace is a happy workspace. And I'm gonna get some more of these little popsicle stick dudes out for my other colors. I'm just gonna give Bo just start too, even though they really don't need it. But really, there's something so, like, nice about watching, like, paint just collect and fall. The viscosity, man. Those sexy murder shows. Does she mean Hannibal? I'm sorry, guys. Anyone can fight me. Hannibal had an insane amount of homoerotic vibes. Both the Anthony Hopkins Red Dragon and the TV show Hannibal. So what we're gonna do, now that I have all my paint stirred, I'm just gonna take it and I'm just gonna red it. Just in a dupe. Now, the cool thing about Pollock is that Pollock would embed things into his paintings. You see his paintings, and they look very flat. And actually, they're not. He would put cigarette butts in his paints. He would put nails, screws, rocks, dirt, keys, cigars in his paintings, which is always very fascinating to me because I very much like textured paintings. So if I can feel the ridges and all that, I am one happy camper. Yeah, Freddie, I've been looking into doing acrylic pours. I need to get the stuff with mediums you have to work with. And you can't just thin down acrylics and pour, apparently. And now the cool thing about doing this wet is you're gonna get a little bit of a blending. And if you wanted to, you could even take an art sponge and just like dampen it down to get a different sort of texture and blend. Which, hold on, I will show you that. Because I can. Now, I don't have an art sponge right now because I killed my last one. So you can do anything, use anything just about flat paper, plastic wrap, especially gives you off a nice little. Actually, you know what? I actually have a piece of plastic right there. Ooh, damn. But you could do it with a popsicle stick. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go about, gonna smear it out a little. And of course, if you're interested in this painting, you can always find it at my store, jpwhippertonmore.com, at Big Cartel. And if you like my buddy Freddy here, you can get a discount with Tentacle 10 and get yourself a snazzy painting and help support an artist get through college. So, yeah, that's just a very easy abstract method to do. If you want, you could go over it again, but this is what I'm happy with. You may notice air bubbles. I do, but I really don't care. See, back my dude, Freddy with the Tentacle 10. And now we're gonna break out. Oh no, I'm getting paint on my work desk. I did not want to do that. Alright. I'm gonna take this, put that there. We're gonna put this down so it does not get all over my work desk. Or let that drip a bit. We got the big canvas, and I do believe this is a 9 by 9 by 12. We're just gonna do some soft drizzling, man. That's what I can really do in this area. Now Picasso would put his whole damn body into it. That's what action painting basically is. It's a whole body sport. And now based on like what you get for paints and stuff, the texture is going to be a little thicker. Like this paint isn't really incredibly thin like the HGTV paint. But that's okay. Doesn't need to be. The fun thing about painting is learning how to work with different viscosities. But you see just how a little bit of movement makes all the difference compared to just letting it sit and drag. Should probably move this. But yeah, no, this is actually a very easy style to get in love with. I know I dig it considerably well. And this one is going to take a while because these three colors aren't just going to be the only colors on here. It's just what I have at the moment. But since everybody's working on their houses, I can only imagine there are going to be a lot of paint mistakes made. That means more discount paints. And you could even mix like in a little thing, a little jar or something, some of these up if you'd like to get different colors, but you don't have the availability to. It's going to be about the first layer. I'm trying to think if I want to give it texture in any way. A little blending maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Stick in this mirror. I think this actually looks a little cool like this. And if you wanted to, you could let this dry and do another layer. But I prefer to do a wet on wet style, which some of you might know from Bob Ross, called an all prima style because it's generally done all at once. There are a lot of things you can do here. Just need a little bit of imagination. It's been a while since I started painting this much. I used to paint a lot in high school, but then I stopped. Got into quite a few of my city art galleries. But now I'm back at it. Alrighty, Freddy. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. It's always appreciated. And wow, it's been an hour and a half already. Ooh. How time flies when you're having fun. It's a really cool thing to do. And I apologize, sometimes I get focused on what I'm doing, and then I ignore the fact that I have a live stream going. But, I think I'm gonna call this a wrapping point for tonight. It's already been an hour and 28 minutes, give or take, and we're just gonna do a little wrap up. Thanks for joining tonight. I'm glad you all could make it. I appreciate the company. And if you want to see more of my art, you can follow me here. Creeping342 at Instagram, JP Whipprick and more on Facebook, and Big Cartel, which is also my store. So I vastly appreciate it. But if you want to know how I do my painting, you can always hit me up in the DMs. I have no qualms. If you have any painting questions, let me know. I can see if I can answer them. I do commissions now. I'm doing higher commissions and normal painting commissions. So, stay safe. Have a good night. Don't get attacked by a bear. Maybe do drugs. Don't do drugs. Not on YouTube, at least. And, I'll see you all tomorrow. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good one.